Anthony Ferraro, Dan Mancina. Two blind guys collide to bring you Four Bad Eyes Podcast.
Dude. We just came from the top cuisine in Zephyr Hill.
Goodbye, Ruby Tuesdays. I smell like grease
And onion rings.
And we didn't even get onion rings. That's the weird part.
Dude, our man Albert took good care of us.
Richard noticed us, and he gave us a good old spot in the corner.
Ruby Tuesdays.
Ruby.
I'll give it a good...
I'll give it a
6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6.5. If we're going chains, I'll give it like an 8.
Who's your guest?
Our guest is my birthday balloon.
28.
No, there's another one.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby is sitting with the balloon.
It's actually a boy. Because it's going to be a boy.
Yeah, so I feel pregnant after eating
Ruby's.
tonight.
Ruby's was something else.
That was a top-notch birthday
First
dinner.
time there.
First time for me, too.
Long time noticer, first time eater, dude.
I've been to Good Fridays. I've never been to Ruby Tuesdays. Or is it-
TGI Fridays?
Oh, TGI.
What'd you call it?
Good Friday.
Good Fridays. That's coming up.
Oh, man.
TGIF.
TGIF.
Thank God it's Friday. It is Friday.
It is Friday.
Do they have a TGIF here?
Gotta
Is that
get
on
down on Friday.
So the restaurants here
TGI is too
are
fancy. Golden Corral.
Golden Corral, Applebee's.
No Applebee's.
What?
No Applebee's.
What was the other one we were looking at?
Chili's.
Oh, Chili's.
Yeah.
Chili's.
This was our options. Applebee or Chili's. Now you got me on Applebee's. Chili's, Ruby Tuesdays.
Just went over this.
Red
Lobster, which was high on the list. We didn't even look at that one.
Yeah, I'm not a seafood guy.
Cheddar biscuits.
Cheddar biscuit. I could go for
I guess
one
they're
of
known
those.
for their cheddar biscuit. Never had one.
Never.
And then it's all fat. They got Chick-fil-A.
They got
Where do
Wendy's,
we go?
McDonald's, Culver's,
Bubba Coos.
Bubba Coos. Shout out. Don't go there.
Burritos.
Don't get the
That's
sour
like a 4 out of 10 burrito.
Sour cream tasted like lemons.
Ooh.
And the
Chips
chips
tasted
taste
like fish
fish.
oil.
Yeah. Oof.
Had a good old meal though.
Yeah. That was I got you want to hear my meal?
Oh yeah, Anthony went in.
I went in. I got buffalo wings
to start.
To start buffalo wings and a half rack of ribs.
We had mozzarella sticks
and spinach
and
dip.
spinach dip on the table.
And then I got the burger, bacon cheese. Oh yeah, baby.
I got me a 12-ounce ribeye.
12-ounce ribeye.
12 ounces
Gave
arguable.
none to Delta. 12 ounces is it's not a normal serving though. That's not what a human being should be
right,
eating.
like what were you telling me? 6?
4 to 6, depending on your size. But like if you're like 200 plus 6 ounces or 8 tops. But 4 for like our size, that's like normal serving. So
it's all you need.
yeah, these
It's
restaurants.
not all you want, but it's all you need.
All you need is love.
I used to, when I worked at Fleming's for my birthday, they brought me I don't want to get this wrong. I am pretty sure it was a 24-ounce ribeye.
24 ounces, Jerry.
Right?
That's a big one.
Is that a pound and a half? 16.
Yeah. 16's
2
a
pounds
pound.
would be 32.
Yeah, it's a
16
pound
plus
and a
8?
half. Yes.
Is that
that's
24?
8 times 3 is 24.
Pound and a half of beef.
You ever have a tomahawk?
I've
steak?
never done the tomahawk.
I got one.
That's up my alley.
Oh, this is a story. I was sick, like very sick. Like I probably had the big C before it came around. Like it was in June of 2021 and 2020. And I had nationals in
2020
Vegas.
Pyrex Vision. 2019. Before the COVID.
Oh yeah. So I had nationals in Vegas, And a week before nationals, we were living in Brooklyn at the time, and I got extremely ill. Like I couldn't breathe, Jerry. I was coughing like a 20-year chain smoker, 5 packs a day.
You got the kennel cough.
I couldn't. I'll say it again. I couldn't breathe, and couldn't smell, and it was terrible. I was so clogged up. I sat in bed and watched the whole series of Gossip Girl. Kelly was like, "Here, watch this. Leave me alone." She put on Gossip Girl. I got addicted, and I'm very invested. And then I watched all that. Went to the doctor. They gave me antibiotics. And they gave me an antibiotic. What happened? I had an allergic reaction to this one antibiotic where I was getting these heart palpitations and stuff.
Yeah.
And like the flutter in the chest. And it was very scary. Hi, Delty Blues. And get away from the baby.
She wants the baby.
Stop it. And so I was getting these heart palpitations. We call the doctor. He goes, "Oh, that's not good. You should probably throw that up." So I had to throw up this pill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was disgusting. The
It made
throw
you
up,
puke.
the throw up was like
Oof.
it was the pill coming back out, but it was already
Yeah.
digested a little. Oh, it was
Ooh.
the worst tasting thing ever in my life.
Imagine that.
And I was very scared because I was like, "Am I about to like die?" Like,
Yeah, I've never heard of throw that up, get rid of that, get that out.
yeah,
now.
that's what they said. They were like, "Get that out." And so I started having this reaction. Didn't get better. I got one round. So then I got a new round of antibiotics. Took the whole round. Didn't get better. Still just as sick. It didn't help at all.
Dang.
And then like the Z-Pack too, like a known antibiotic. And
none of that.
getting
None of that like imported.
No, it probably was generic now that I think about it, because the guy sent us to, he's like, "Hey, if you go to this pharmacy, it's a lot cheaper."
Oh,
Yeah, it was one of
It's
those.
probably expired.
It was something with it. But so then I'm like, well, I got to go to nationals. So I try and just get there, right? I'm like, I'm not going to just bail.
You flew
So we flew.
to Vegas?
Yeah.
That's where the first breakout started.
Really?
You started it. No, I think it was California.
Probably Cali.
I can't remember the first ones. But
The old New York or Cali. The old.
you make it on the flight?
I made it on the flight. I was so ill. Like, my body hurt. I had the chills. Kelly was just basically carrying me through the airport, taking care of me on the plane. Make it to Vegas.
Take the wheelchair that time?
No wheelchair.
I'll take the
That's
chair.
it.
Give me the
I
chair.
still said no to the chair, yes to the dress. But we kept going. We got to Vegas. I was a little bit of a downer because Vegas, you want to party. I wasn't
hang out, walk around.
I was just laying in my bed, Jerry. I was in the hotel. First, they gave us a smoker's room, just stunk of cigarettes.
No.
And you ever get this? You ever been in a smoking room?
Yes.
It's you touch things and you feel disgusting.
Gross.
It's like this layer that's on everything. And
There's a layer of marble lights and Pall Malls
yeah, and strippers' assholes.
ingrained in the carpet and the sheets and the pillows.
It's disgusting. It's like
the walls.
It's like a swampy layer.
Yeah.
It's like there's a coating.
It's like a Floridian humidity.
Yes, it is. It's like a humidity. And we get the room changed. I complained because I'm like, I can't do this.
Can't do it.
And then we get the room. What happens? Oh, I had to cut weight too. So I had to go in the sauna of the hotel.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was doing it.
Yeah,
I was
you
going
were-
in the sauna. I was doing everything I had to make weight and just be there. And I was like, screw it. I'm going to do it. Make weight. And then, I don't know why I chose to do this, but some friends flew out. Big shout out Dan West, where we got married in
And
Maine.
West, took it west.
Take it west. And a couple other people from like Milford Wrestling in Massachusetts, where I've spoken before. And they came out as like a trip with their spouses.
Uh-huh.
And they were all getting,
The whole crew, they're partying.
and they're all excited to
Check out in Vegas.
and to see Nationals. And a quick funny side story. We're sitting at a table, and Dan DeWest hands me these cards, and he goes, Anthony, now listen, these are my special wrestling trading cards. I carried these everywhere with me when I competed. They're my good luck charms. And here I am like, oh, that's awesome. Like, I can't believe he's giving me these. I don't even know who they are.
I know. I got an idea what they were.
And I put them in my pocket. I show Kelly. She's like,
I know.
those are the hooker cards.
Hooker
cards. But that was a good old gag. And
it's a good one.
Bound and gagged. And I
call the card.
Call the card.
Get bound and gagged.
And so I call them. No, I go to. So we go out to dinner, and they pick this fancy steak spot, right? Steakhouse in the New York hotel. And we go to dinner. I end up splitting a freaking tomahawk with this guy. And here I am feeling a little better, right? I'm getting my energy back. Starting to come on the up and up.
Did you cut weight yet?
Yeah, I already weighed in.
Oh, you already weighed in.
So that's why I'm like celebrating with a tomahawk. But mind you, I have to compete the next day.
Yeah.
And this is at the time my body didn't digest red meat very well. So I wake up at I eat this half a tomahawk. I basically killed it, Jerry. I ate a lot.
These things are like...
They're like 48 ounces.
2-3 pounders?
Yeah.
At least?
Big. This bone, he kept the bone to bring home for his dog.
Of a plate.
Like he put the bone in a bag to bring back to Maine for his dog.
Chomp on the,
yeah.
It's a nice
it's
dog
a
dad.
big bone. Yeah, great dog dad. And I eat that puppy, and I get back to the room. I'm like, all right, I'm set for tomorrow. I wake up at 3 a.m. I start puking my guts out.
Ooh.
It was not good. Kelly had to hold my hair back. It was a whole scene. I'm in the freaking Luxor bathroom.
You were hucking vomit like a tomahawk.
Oh
dude.
my God. And it was coming back at me like a freaking boomerang. Splashing back. And I remember I was the biggest buzzkill in Vegas. Kelly loves Vegas. She wanted to go out and paint the town red. And I just was in bed, Jerry. I couldn't do it.
What?
My dad even came out.
When you puked, how many days did you have till your first match?
It was the next morning.
Oh.
Yeah, so I couldn't do it. And from the puking, all the sickness came back. I couldn't breathe again.
God.
It was all bad to the point where my dad's friend, who's a doctor, had to prescribe me Afrin.
Afrin's like a nose
nose
spray.
thing. It was one of the only things that cleared up my nose. And then he gave me some crazy steroids.
Afrin does work really good.
Yeah, it was insane. And apparently you can get addicted to Afrin.
Yeah, you're only supposed to use it for max 2 weeks or something like that.
So or else you can start to rely on it to get clear. But so I did that, and then I'm just laying in the bed dying, and to the point where Kelly and my dad even went downstairs and started gambling at 4 a.m.
Damn.
My dad's playing craps with Kelly on his arm. He's looking like his escort, and he comes back with a couple $100, starts throwing it at me. But that was my veil. It was bad. And then I did one lap on the strip, and that's all the energy I had.
All you had, back to back.
All I had. I remember my coach came in the next day, to make sure I was actually really sick. I couldn't move.
Make sure you weren't just hungover.
It was the sickest I've ever been in my life.
That's not. Did anybody else get sick after that?
No.
Kelly
didn't get sick. My dad didn't get no one. But I was.
I've only been.
I'm scared at how sick I was.
Yeah,
I hope that never happens again.
I only got the sickest I've been was the flu or something in grad school, and it was the same I had the shivers.
Yes.
I've never had the shivers before. Anytime if my shoulder, the tip of my shoulder was onto the sheets, it would just be
to the point where you're seizing up, right?
I would dread having to go pee.
Yes.
Because I was dude, I can't go, I can't go through the shivers right now.
Because you get your body regulated to this warm
pee, and
temp.
as soon as you're done peeing, you run back to that bed and you're just convulsing.
Oh, the convulsing. What is that? I don't
know, dude.
It seize up.
Your body is.
You feel like your chest is about you're having a heart attack or something.
It's gnarly. I went back. Well, then I had what did I have? I had my first board release party for the first Braille board. And then I had to go to Calgary. So I was sick for one day, called into school. Next day I left. Like I felt like a little bit better.
Left for Calgary?
No, to drive home 2 hours back to have the board release party at Plus Skate Shop. And I just sat in a chair the whole time. And I was like, anybody who came near me, I was like, you got to get away from me. I'm like deathly ill right now. Back away.
Dude.
So I couldn't even enjoy that. And everybody went out after, went drinking.
Yes.
I had to wake up the next morning, get on a flight. I was miserable.
Oh, and when the body hurts from being sick, that's when you know you're sick.
Like achy too.
Yeah.
All my sore like knees and everything were achy. And then I did the thing where, what are you not supposed to take on an empty stomach? Magnesium?
I don't
it's
know.
some vitamin that makes you nauseous. I didn't know that, and the next day I landed. Before I ate anything, I ate one of those, and then I'm like, we went to a bagel spot. And I'm standing and I'm like, I'm gonna vomit right now. I had to go sit down. I was like, I need to eat something. I ate. I think it's I don't know what the hell it is. Yeah, that's the only time I've had that like shake, like can't get out of bed.
Yes, I was.
Normally when I'm sick, I do just stay in bed, but I'm like. Not like
no, this is like you won't get out of bed. Yeah, it's like it hurts to pick your head up.
Oh,
you can't even enjoy like listening to something.
There's only a couple of those in a lifetime. And
I
those
know
are bad.
they are bad. I was scared because it was 2 weeks at least.
Yeah, that's a long time.
And that is a long time being sick, and not only being sick, like through 2 rounds of different antibiotics.
Right.
And I was like, what do I have? Like, what is going on here?
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe no. I think it was a food thing.
No, it definitely was. A food thing usually lasts only like 24 hours.
But you can get like
48
raw chicken.
Oh,
you can
like
get
a
really
salmonella
bad one.
type. No, this was bad.
My stepdad had one from raw chicken, and he was out for weeks, 3 weeks, shitting the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, from chicken. He swears he got it from B-Dubs.
Oh, wow.
B-Dubs.
Yeah, I've only been there once.
Make sure you get them well done.
Yeah, I forgot tonight to ask for my wings well done. I usually always get my wings well done.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Sicky poo poo.
Sicky poo poo.
And then I think I had COVID. I don't know. Everyone around me had COVID, and I
remember you said
I felt foggy.
Yeah,
but I kept testing. I had never tested positive.
Testing 1, 2.
I think I had it twice because everyone had it around me twice.
Jeez.
But it just makes me like, I don't notice it when I'm in it. And then like 2 days later, I'll be like, whoa, yeah, my whole thinking was off.
Oh, when you get the brain fog?
Would always get the brain fog. And it would be like 2 days later, like, whoa, yeah, I was not correct in the head. That's the only reason why I think I might have had it. But
yeah,
maybe you had it early, dude. You might have been the first case.
Maybe. That's what I'm trying to say. I really think I did have the first case. There was no COVID, wasn't a thing.
You were ground zero,
but
dude.
There were cases at that time that were very minimal that they found out later.
Yeah.
So I think I was,
dude,
it was bad.
Wait, so that was June.
Yes.
And then I think when they shut things down in March. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too far off.
Too far away there. Were people in your family following that? Like my stepdad, I hadn't even heard of it.
Yeah, I heard. Where was the first time we heard of it?
Like I remember going to his house and he was talking about it, and I didn't really pay attention, and I was like, oh, something, another you hear about the random viruses that go around. I was like, oh, it's one of those. I didn't really think much about it, and then like a couple days later, he'd be like just on the computer clicking now it's here, now it's in this state, now it's in this state.
I remember we were in New York City and Kelly's family was there. Her brother was there for work and her parents were there, and we all went out to eat. And then it was saying stuff on the news that night when we were sitting in this hotel lobby, and the next day everything shut down.
Yeah, I think I got back from California and went out to dinner the night before. And we were at this bar, and there's same thing, like this school closed.
Yeah,
I was like, what? And then it was, at that time, it was I hate to say this, but it was like fun and exciting.
Yeah, no, it was.
I was like, oh, about to shut down. It's
The
gonna be
world
cool.
is shut down. Like, and then you get like,
And then I was like, oh yeah, let's not go to the grocery store.
yeah. Then you
here.
start
Let's
wiping down the
not do
groceries and
this.
stuff. I remember we were At first they said wipe down the groceries, and then they said you don't need to wipe down the
let them
groceries.
sit outside
Yeah.
for 3 days.
It was a whole thing. It was.
We had a blast.
Oh,
The first part of it, like when my family members, like Heather and her sister, when their works called off, you know what I mean?
huh.
We had a good time for
It
those
was,
couple weeks. And then it was like,
And
okay,
then it
what's
set
going
in
on
like,
here?
when is this gonna end?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And the case kept going up, like, oh shit, this is serious.
Yeah, I remember we left the city thinking like, oh, it's only gonna be like 2 weeks, flatten the curve, whatever. So we went down to my parents' house and we're staying there. And then there's one day, I'll never forget this. My mom looks at us and she goes, "We could be here forever." And Kelly looks at me, she goes, "We got to get the fuck out of here."
Outta here.
And she's like, "If you need to stay, I understand, but I'm leaving."
Yeah, yeah.
And I was just like, no, I was gonna propose to you.
I dropped that bombshell on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went up north and stuff. It's nice being in Michigan because we got the cabin up north.
Yeah, we
And
went
you
to
could
the
really
cabin.
go and just get away.
That's what we did. We went
Nobody
to the,
else out
We
there.
went to the cabin in
80
upstate New
acres.
York, and it's on like 2 acres, but it has a stream in the back,
Yeah.
in the backyard, and we used to chill back there, make a fire, whatever. And I was so like stir crazy that I needed to stay in shape for judo and stuff that I was going to the local school. And they had a racetrack outside, like a running track outside.
Yeah,
And I would bring my kettlebell there, and I had this app I was using for like running, and I would do these runs and like doing push-ups every lap, like trying to really
Damn,
stay
trying
in
to
shape.
keep it
And it
keep
was
tight.
it was unmotivating. It was
Then I was
hard.
like, when is this gonna stop?
Yeah, and then I started eating
Fast forward
whatever I wanted because I was like, I'm never gonna have to go out again. And I'm
2.5 years.
Yeah, got the old COVID.
So was that the last match that you were supposed to be in? Was the Nationals in Vegas? So one after that?
Let me think about this.
That was June.
Was Canada in January?
Well, still that would be after shutdown.
Yeah, it was before.
No, the January before the March.
June.
So
oh,
I went to Canada. Yeah, Canada in January.
I just thought right there. I just thought that
June,
January was
June was January.
No, that January was
After March.
yes.
Ding dong. Yeah, so I went to Canada and then I got a concussion in Canada. It's something about Canada and concussions for me.
It's like cold weather.
Every time I've been to Canada, I got a concussion.
Cold weather easier to shake the brain.
Yeah. And I was brawling with this Brazilian guy who we always had the biggest battles. And now he's not even in the Paralympics because he could see too well. Yeah, he's one of them.
Not the guy on the phone?
On the phone.
No, that was like a
No, that was
different
another guy. That was a guy
country.
from China.
Yeah.
He got his phone out. He's just looking at his phone. He put his glasses on.
Yeah.
Go put your glasses on.
Dang, so if you would have been in the match in Vegas, would you have been in?
Yeah.
Damn.
Wait, no. That was the Nationals. I was already ranked first in the country.
Okay. Oh, Nationals.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then some little chump showed up and just got my spot.
Dang.
But he never showed up again.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Jump.
Some of these people just cycle through and realize
I guess they
it's
probably
tough.
can't get over. Yeah, they want to do all the travel. They want to do all the crap.
Traveling, the practices are
too,
brutal,
probably.
Jerry, because it's like you're not just like wrestling and jiu-jitsu, like it's pretty forgiving in practice because you're not like throwing and stuff. Judo, you're taking slams.
Yeah.
Like the other night, I was going with my buddy Brandon. He's like he's got like 25 pounds on me, 30 pounds, and I threw him a couple times, and then he got me so good, to the point where he slammed me so hard on my back that my head rattled, but like I didn't hit my head. I was just like, whew, that was fucking like you don't want to get back up and keep going type of thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty brutal on the body. I think that's why I
dude.
could take slams and
these guys are at that point. You're paying for all your own stuff, right? Travel.
you're paying for it your whole way.
People don't get that about the Olympics. You're paying for all.
Only in
your
America,
stuff.
though.
Yeah, it's true.
These other countries like Ukraine or a lot of these countries, when they have like a world champion or someone on the world ranking list, they really take care of them. They
do. Staying in nice places.
Stay in nice places. They get like the full treatment. Like they have when they travel, these people have a freaking chiropractor, a masseuse, all these things.
Yeah.
We got jack shit to the point where I'm looking up spas and massage places in these countries so I can get like a massage a couple days before the tournament.
Yeah.
Like I got to pay for all this stuff too and just find it all on my own. Like find a nutritionist, find a thing.
Because I know some of the American skaters who had like blood from other countries and they would offer them like, hey, do you want to be on the
really?
kid from Taiwan?
Like on the
You
Brazil
want to be on the team? And they would pay for like all their shit.
Yeah.
But while the Americans, like all the sponsors had to pay for their shit.
Yeah,
Still like
a
that.
kid on the USA team who took silver in the Paralympics, he just married a girl from Sweden that he met through the Paralympics, and he lives in Sweden now, but he still fights for America. But I think he could fight for Sweden if he wanted to.
Ooh, no, you gotta have the blood.
Do you have to have the blood?
Maybe he does have some blood, but
you
gotta have actual heritage to fight for that country. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Italian coach, he was trying to recruit me.
Actually, is that true?
I don't think it's true. I think
Because not in America, because all the people, there's plenty of American skaters who are like from Brazil.
Exactly.
Who, I don't know.
I think you just have to have citizenship.
Maybe, actually. I feel like you got to have it. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
Give it a go.
Okay. Hey, Echo.
Yeah, we need an echo in here.
Alexa.
Alexa can be our Jamie.
Can you change the name to Jamie?
Yeah. No, you could change it to computer.
Computer,
or
Alexa,
Ziggy.
Echo.
Ziggy's one you could
Ziggy?
change. Yes. My buddy changed it to Ziggy one time and
Hopefully we're
really
not
threw
setting
me off.
everybody's thing off right now.
Alexa, Echo, Ziggy, computer.
Ziggy, boom, boom. Ziggy? Are you sure that's one?
I swear.
Give it a Google.
Ziggy. But yeah, it was.
Speaking of competition, skate contest tomorrow morning.
And I am scorched by the sun.
Dude, my body
I
has
feel like a red ant.
My body has been bitten by the sun, dude.
Yeah, I've got my shoulders are peeling, my arms. I thought
You're already peeling?
Yeah, it feels like it, but
I put lotion
it's
on the
about
last 2
to.
days.
I feel like
Ooh, it's tender to the. I look like a red lobster, dude. If I were at a restaurant, I'd be a red lobster.
I'm a red ant.
I wonder how my face is. My forehead doesn't feel too tight.
I freaking got bit by skeeters.
I am itchy.
Yes.
I gotta get acclimated for Michigan summer, dude.
It's these bed bugs at the old Quality Inn.
My new house is gonna be bug ridden.
Yes, from the water in the back.
I guess it can't. It's probably gonna be like my old house had a lot of mosquitoes because I was right by the
Did
water
it though?
too. Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
But you got the swamp in the back. Yeah.
There's water back there, yeah, but
Yeah.
that'll be gone by.
You think so?
Yeah, it doesn't stay. But if it rains and then they'll be there for a little bit, so maybe
Yeah.
could breed some
Eggs.
little skeeters.
Back there, yeah.
I gotta get a couple bat boxes up
What is that?
for the bats to live. And then they
Do they actually
a
live
bat
in
eats
it?
10,000 mosquitoes a day.
Yeah, we
One
need
bat.
bats.
Yeah, we put a box called a bat box. They live in
Bats.
there.
Fun fact: bats are not blind.
No,
They're just low vision.
low vision.
Yeah.
LV.
I thought for the longest time they were blind.
Actually blind. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, a mole rat is blind.
Mole rat. Yep. I think we've had this exact
Have we?
conversation. Oh yeah.
I'm having deja vu. Deja vu.
I put my legs up. It feels weird holding the mic like this.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do. My back is tweaked.
Yeah, we already did a podcast earlier.
Did I talk about how I went?
Blind?
We were skating the ledge, and my wheels were kicked up from the.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
Anthony
So,
learned a valuable
first day at the
skate
park.
lesson today.
It was yesterday. First day at the park. we get there. We're skating this ledge, and it's very
Caked up.
It's got a lot of wax.
You put your foot on top, and it slides because it's also sitting in the Floridian heat.
Yes, and there's not only
So
wax
it's all
on
soft.
it, but there's wax on the floor too, like on the
Everywhere.
ground, everywhere.
Just dripping down.
And it was like a wax museum, and we're grinding it a little bit. And I go, all right, I'm going to go warm up in the bowl a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the bowl is way steeper than I remember a year ago. And I drop in and do a board slide to fakie. I go to do a little Smith grind, a fakie Smith. And I kind of like power slide into him. And I went down from the top to the bottom. First run.
Wax
right
on
away.
the wheels.
Wax on, wax off. Waxed off my freaking, that was painful. So I got a wake up call, and that gave me some anxiety the rest of the day skating that bowl. But Dan taught me I got to do the old put the board on the ground and rub the wheels back and forth, the rub-a-dub-a-doo. And that was a lesson learned.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
What was I just going to say? Oh, but now you feel more comfortable today in the bowl?
I did feel a little more
A
comfortable.
little better?
Yeah, it's getting there.
Feeling
Tomorrow will be
cozy?
good.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
see how
not
it
feeling
goes.
too good.
I'm not feeling too hot. Yeah. I'm feeling my age. I was
28,
28
dude.
today. I was like, it took me longer to warm up. The aches were there. It was not good.
We got a good, nice Ruby Tuesdays meal for us, though. We're going to digest nice.
Yeah.
We all fueled up.
Yes. When I got home I am still sore. When I got home from Michigan, listen to this workout I had to do the very next day. Get home at like 11 p.m., maybe later. Next morning, I had to go to the gym, and this is the workout, Jerry. You ready for this?
Let's hear it. Lay it on me.
You had to do 100-meter farmer walks where you have the kettlebells in each hand.
Yeah, what size are those kettlebells?
75s. Yeah, so that's 150 pounds.
Jesus.
Yes. 100 meters. By the time you hit the light post, you got to turn around because we're doing it outside because it was pretty nice out.
Uh-huh.
You want to just cry. You want to freaking drop those things.
It's a very deceiving workout.
It is because
you
it
think
doesn't.
I'm just going to carry this jug, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
I
hard.
could carry a bag of groceries half a mile. What's going on?
These hay bales, and I'm not fit for farming anymore, I guess. But so I had to do that, and then the next thing was front rack lunge walks, 50 meters.
The heck is that?
So you put the kettlebells.
I like a nice baby back
in the
short
front
rib.
position, like if you take your arm and you put it up here with the elbows up.
Yeah.
Both of them. So you got kettlebell in each hand, and then you gotta do a lunge.
Yes.
So you lunge, but then you lunge again forward.
keep
So you're
going.
walking, and it's 50 meters.
Are those 70-pounders on each hand?
Nope. Went down to
75?
45s.
Okay.
Which is still, trust me.
Oh, I trust you.
And then I had to do that. Those were the real burners. My quads were exploding. Oof. And then 50-meter, same kettlebells, had to put them locked over my head. Straight arms.
Elbows locked?
Yep, elbows locked. And he was on me.
50-pounders?
He's like, lock those out. 45s.
45s, okay.
And I had to do 50 meters of that.
Lunging too?
No. Just walking.
You're just walking with them above your head.
And I'm trying not to trip over my own feet.
Yeah.
There's little pebbles on the ground. And mind you, it's St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, people are driving by?
People are drunk walking around.
Yeah.
This guy's smoking a cigarette in my face. I'm like, I'm basically smoking a cigarette while I'm walking.
There's leprechauns running around.
People are smoking joints as they walk by. It was a scene. And then 3 rounds of that. So 3 rounds of that. And then to finish it all off, here's the kicker. 10-minute round of 15 kettlebell swings with 50s. And then 10 push-ups. As many rounds as you can get in 10 minutes.
Oh, my God.
I think I got 8. 8 rounds. Yeah, I was...
That's my favorite number.
And then I had to work out on Monday, too. And then here's the other kicker. A couple hours later, I had to zip on over to practice.
For judo.
And that's when I took that slam. It was not a good one.
It's like, I'm done.
That was a day and a half. Woo. And then Monday morning had another workout.
This is next morning?
No, this was it had the weekend to recoup. But I am sore. My legs were unforgivable. They were every
couple
step.
Of pool noodles.
I felt like someone beat the shit out of me with a soldering iron.
A bag of pennies to your quads.
Bag of pennies to the quads. And then Monday, workout, another hard workout. Then I go right to the old big sonogram. We did the 20-week sonogram for the baby.
Oh, the baby sonogram.
And where they it's a real image one. Like the baby, you get to see the whole baby. Kelly saw it. I didn't. But here's the thing that really pissed me off. All right? You ready for this?
I'm ready.
They go through the whole thing. Any red flags? No, everything looks good. Right where baby's great weight, 12 ounces, 52 percentile size.
Nice.
So right in the middle. It's perfect. You don't want it too big, not too small. And really happy about this because, there's a lot of anxiety going into that meeting because you're like you don't know
it's like that porridge. Not too hot, not too cold.
Yeah. But
right in the middle.
Your anxiety's really through the roof going to this appointment because you're like, I really hope everything's okay.
Yeah, it's still
hope
early.
The baby's safe. And they're like, yeah, no red flags I would notice. This is like the nurse that does all the imaging and pictures.
Gotcha. No doctor yet.
Yeah, no doctor yet. Oh, the doctor will come in though because they have to read everything. And then she leaves. She had the same birthday as Kelly. Said it was the first time it ever happened. She leaves. She comes back. We're waiting for the doctor, but she comes back with a clipboard or an iPad.
Not the doctor.
Not the doctor. The same nurse. She puts us in a holding room where the doctor's supposed to meet us. So a separate room. Holding cell. It felt like jail. And waiting for the doctor, all nervous. And then the freaking nurse comes back in with their iPad. Hey, quick question. Everything's fine, but quick question. I could tell she's looking at me. I just feel it. She's like, "What's your blindness called?" Like, here we go. And I'm like, because I had the cane and the and she knew to do the descriptions. And
I'm a mutant.
I tell her I got the old amaurosis of the liver, Lieber's congenital amaurosis, and she's like, "Oh, amaurosis, yeah, I see it right here. We got that on our list." And then she's like, "So you didn't test for it yet, did you?" No, we don't want to do the genetic testing because, you still, they could be carriers, but still a 1 in 5 chance if you're both carriers of the same gene, right? Mm-hmm. 1 in 4. And all my siblings had the same probability as getting it as I did. But I was the only one that got it, the youngest of 5. So 1 in 4, I got it as the 5th. Mm-hmm. So no one else has it, but they're all carriers. So
But Kelly would have to be a carrier.
Yeah, she would have to be a carrier
to even have a 1 in 4 chance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She would a carrier of the same mutation.
Yeah, mutant.
Gene. Mutant. X-Men. So she proceeds to talk about that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, we're good. We're not going to do that. So no problem. But she pulls it up and marks it. Oh, and she comes in by saying the doctor has a question. So she didn't even have that question, but she's like, the doctor wanted to know. And I'm like, oh, here we go. And then she leaves, right? And I'm sitting in this room, second guessing my whole freaking self-worth, well-being. Like, am I an idiot for having
Not
a kid?
doing this?
No, for having a kid.
Oh, for having a
actually
kid.
like, because they're making me feel like I'm putting the kid at risk. This is just my own like insecurity,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm feeling it now, and I've never felt it during the whole pregnancy. Like, pretty confident. Like, if this kid has Lieber's, it's fine. Like, blah blah blah. And then I'm like, I'm sitting there, like, freaking going over my whole life. I'm like, am I selfish? Was this the wrong choice? Mm-hmm. Could I like screw a kid's life over? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, no.
Think about all the things you went through.
Yes. And then like actually getting sad. Like, if this kid has to go through it, that's pretty sad. But then I'm like, no, my life's great though. But like going through everything, like going back and forth, and even saying it out loud to Kelly. Like now to the point where I'm almost like in tears, Jerry. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? And then the doctor comes in. Oh, you sure you don't want to test for the extra chromosomes? No, we don't want to do that. Because it's just like, it's like a 30% chance it's wrong, which is in
30%.
Yes, in medical terms, that's a big percentage there.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, but are you sure you don't want to test for Leber's, for amaurosis? And I'm like, no, I don't. And she's like kind of pushing it.
You know why?
They get money.
Doctors are salesmen, man.
They are.
You're just another paycheck.
Just another,
Another reason to bill the old insurance.
If we stick and poke you, we can get more.
Way more.
So it really just rubbed me the wrong way.
At this point, I would have been angry.
My mom.
I would have been like, yeah, I would have went in on them.
When I wanted to, but I was like, I just got to hold back. We're almost done. We got to get out of here.
Yeah,
Been in here for like over an hour. My mom, the first time, because the midwives tried pushing it too. Everyone's trying to push check this baby for blindness, that it could have it, the slim chance that it could even get it if you're both carriers. It's an invasive
procedure. You don't want to be doing anything to the baby.
And then
if you don't have to.
And then she's like, told my mom about it the first time. She's like, my mom, bless her heart, she's got the brain injury. Her impulse control is a little whacked. She zero impulse. She goes, well, did you tell them to go fuck themselves?
Yeah, seriously.
I'm like, yes, like that's how I feel. And like, and I just like, and I told my mom again that this time, she's like, are you kidding me? Tell them to shut up. Like, and it's so true. Cause I'm like, why are you trying to instill fear?
Isn't that fear?
It's so much fear.
To make you spend more moolah.
And granted, we're paying for insurance, so it's not too much money out of our pocket, but they get money in their pocket, and it's like just to instill fear.
Yeah, and you got to go in like, is it a needle?
Yeah, I think it's a needle.
All the way in through the belly into the freaking,
It's not.
There's a risk of
it's just
doing something with that.
Why the hell are you so obsessed with it? Why are you so obsessed with me?
Well, couldn't you just test Kelly's blood?
Well, I think that's one way.
To see if she has it.
Yes.
And then if she has it.
But why?
Then you could go a step further, but yeah.
But why instill that fear even? Because
yeah.
It's, even if she is a carrier, like we said, 1 in 4 chance. And we could have 4 kids and it could never happen to any of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, why live with that fear?
The money, dude. They're salesmen.
It's so corrupt to me. And the way they treat you, it's like you're not even a human. You're just a LCA mutant.
I could see asking, once.
Yeah, once, right? Not. And then here's the kicker, though. The doctor comes in, goes, everything's fine with the baby, blah, blah, everything looks great, and then pushes that whole LCA thing. And after we say no, she's like, all right, well, you guys can go. They only wanted to keep us to push the amaurosis.
Yep.
Of the liver.
Dude, you're just a customer, man. Another customer on the old American medical system.
It was not.
They had the nerve to tell me to come back at 32 weeks.
Yeah, and then they're like, come back at 32 weeks. And we've talked to every other person that's been pregnant. No one asks for them to come back at 32 weeks unless there's something wrong.
Really? Oh,
yes.
Wow.
And
over 35, which is fucking bullshit.
Unless they're over 35.
Kelly's 34. They're treating her already like a geriatric pregnancy.
Yeah.
It really rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah. Switch doctors.
Yeah.
Could, but not at this point.
It's just too much. Yeah, it's hospital too.
Stressful situation in there.
Yeah, it was. It left feeling like.
Now the ultrasound was just on the belly, or do they go on the old?
No, it's just on the belly.
It
right?
is okay. I thought someone was telling me they go up. What?
I said, that's what I told you.
Was it in the?
Oh, I thought somebody told me they do. Maybe I'm.
If you get it before, like,
They do if you
If you
get it before
10 weeks,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And we got our first appointment at 10 weeks.
You can stay on alert.
They put this weird gel on Kelly. It was like a warming gel
Yeah.
on her belly.
Did I ever tell you I got tested for testicular cancer?
Really?
because I had this pain, and then there, I swear, hand to God, I had a little bump.
Hand to God.
Had a little bump on the freaking.
Oh, I've had that, but that's like
the old left testy.
Was it the old vascular?
It's not
vein,
where the thing's going.
Varicosis vein.
It wasn't that, dude. It was near that, and it was a hard nodule. It was a hard, firm nodule, smaller than a pea,
Ooh,
kind of a little
scary.
point. And I was in LA, and I was like showering. I was like, dude, because I kept having this little kind of nut pain, like dull pain.
I've had that before,
and I was freaking. Well, first I'm thinking I had kidney stones before, and that can be a kidney stone thing, testicular pain. And I'm freaking out about that. I'm like lying up at night, and then the next morning I wake up and I feel that little bump on there, and I'm like, oh man,
oh no,
I'm freaking out.
Yeah,
you know,
you're making yourself sick at this point.
I'm going crazy. I had a couple days, finished skating, flew home, and immediately got an appointment, and they do the ultrasound on your testicles.
Really?
So you lay down.
They put the thing
They
on.
just flap the pee-pee on the belly up. And then she puts like a little paper towel on that. It's kind of funny. Lays that down. And then the gel on the nuts.
The warm gel?
It was warm, yeah.
Oh.
The warm gel. I'm like, whoa. And
Can I get to know your name first?
and then like with the little ultrasound thing is like looking around on the testicle.
Right.
So it feels just really strange,
Really
dude.
invasive.
And then they find the vein, and then they have the sound going, and
Right.
you can hear your heartbeat
Through your testicles.
through your testicle.
Oh my God.
So I'm lying there, and she's like, almost, I think it's right about. I was
Oh.
like, is that my heartbeat? She's like, yeah. I was like, holy shit, for that, I didn't know you could do that. She's like, okay, yep, you all done. I'll send you over to the doctor. I'm like, what's anything?
Yeah, what's
She's like,
the
can't say anything, but I
prognosis
think I don't see anything. And then I go in, see the doctor, and he does the full pants down, checking for anything. And there's no lump anymore. It's just that one day, dude. I swear it was there.
Really?
And he's like, yeah, you're all good. I was like, I gotta give me a blood test just in case. Yeah, we'll do a blood test. I did a blood test, and nothing came of it.
Yeah, I see. I had the old.
I'm curious. I'm still scared about it. 'Cause maybe they missed it.
No, I had the old nub on the nub. I had the old nub on the nubs, and
Nub on the nuts.
I was scared.
Knob on the
I was really scared, and
Nut knob.
I've talked about how my first time getting my nuts checked.
Balls.
Yeah, I was. I was the guy that I would go to my whole life, who I still go to. He would never give me the old hernia, nuts, hand on the nuts.
Turn your head.
And
cough,
then, and when the one guy finally, I went, and that guy was out, and I had Dr. Van Suskel. I'll never forget this guy. He really creeped me
Suskel.
out. He pulled my pants down, Jerry, because I pulled my pants down, but not my boxers, because he was like, pull your pants down, and I was like, and I pulled my pants down, but not my boxers, and he slides my boxers down.
He went in there and slid them down.
Yes,
for
I
you?
don't think this is proper.
Sensual, very sensual.
And I was freaked
That's
out.
hilarious.
I thought I got molested there, Jerry.
Yeah.
I left that doctor's office
That
like,
is-
Mom, you'll never believe what this creep just did to me.
Doctor
And she
pulls
starts
your
laughing.
underwear
She's like, that's
down.
normal to get your nuts checked.
Yeah.
And so about 2 years ago, maybe, I go to the doctor, the old same one I go to my whole life, great doc. And
Is this Velasco or
no, this is Almeida. Great guy. And he
shout out to Dr.
he
Media.
does the old nut check. I was like, Doc, you got to check my nuts. Like, he's like, oh, fine. And then he checks my nuts. He's like, no, you just got the old varicosis veins.
Oh, yeah, varicose veins.
Yes. So it feels like extra on your little ball, but it's just a vein, and it's normal. It's not invasive.
Get a little pain from that? Because those
Yes,
varicoses can be painful.
That's why I was freaking out, because I would get these like random
Dull
pains.
pains,
Yes.
kind of?
Yes, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
got
do
that
I have a
going on.
hernia? Because I would start. This is how freaking. What is it? Munchausen? What's the thing where you just always think you're sick?
Is it much?
I always freak myself out with stuff,
Yeah.
and I would start giving myself the old hernia test, and I don't even know what I'm looking for. I would
Yeah.
grab my nuts, turn my head, and cough.
Yeah.
And I would just be like, I don't know.
Yeah, what are they supposed to?
What
I think they're
happened?
supposed to lift up when you cough a little bit.
But what happened?
Your nuts like go up a little
Oh,
bit. Maybe
they do.
if they don't go up,
I don't know.
I'm totally freeballing here on that one, but I don't know, dude.
I'm checking myself. Like, I don't know here, guys. I think we're good. And so he checks me to varicosis, and he says the only thing it could affect is if you're trying to have a baby and you have problems getting pregnant, then you could just get them removed, and it's not a big deal.
No problem.
Yeah, but
Problems here.
But the old ticker down there is
sure
working
you don't
fine.
want to test for that?
Dude, I get so in my head, like if I feel a bump, like I got this thing on my head right now. It's not that my head on my shoulders,
Knees and toes?
knees and toes. On the top of my head, it's like a little like bump. And it's been there for a while, like maybe two years. I gotta get this thing checked
should get
out.
that one checked.
It's like I don't know if it's like a
Little cyst
mole or
up there,
cyst.
big
or-
mole.
Yeah, it's freaking sketches me out.
My brother was cutting trees up north, and a branch fell and hit him in the head, and like a little nick on the head. My brother Nick, a little nick on the head, and like a little piece of bark that got in there,
Oh,
and then like he like doesn't think much, cleans it, takes the shit out of there, and then like it starts bothering him, and it's getting weird. I think it kind of like with like the hair around it was gone too, and he goes into the doctor, and he checks it out, and he's like, "It's nothing I've seen." He gets like a test done, gets the test back a couple days. It's like this super rare thing that he's like, "I've never seen this before. I've only read about it."
hold on, my hair is stuck on my mic.
Oh my god, are you free?
Hold on,
Tangle over here.
God.
Tangled.
my headphones are coming off.
Oh my god.
I was a mess.
got a panic.
I was a mess over here. My
stage 10
my hair,
panic.
my hair wrapped around the thing on my mic, and it was stuck. I had to rip it out.
Oh.
There's still hair on my mic. All right, sorry.
We'll give that to our next guest.
So Nick.
He got tested. Yeah, long story long. The doc's like, I've never seen this before. I've only read about it. Came with some rare thing you get from like tree bark, some weird bacteria, and then gave him some antibiotics. But he still has a little bald spot up there.
Oh, speaking of bald spots, I had the old alopecia.
Yeah, he told us the stress as a young
Yeah,
lad.
freaking quarters.
Hair's coming out.
Dude, like
patches,
quarter patches.
looking like a rabian infested
I had
dog.
this soft freaking circle on my temple. And then it
Jeez.
started happening in my beard. I didn't know what was wrong with me. That was
Looking
scary.
like a coyote walking through the desert, dude.
Young kid and stress of life.
I had a mammogram once too.
Mammogram.
That's the boob for the boob cancer.
Really?
Because I have the lumps in my
Was
boobies.
that, how old were you?
This was like, I was with Heather, so like maybe
Oh.
8 years ago.
Because I remember remember we used to call them the nipple rocks. Remember when you were going through puberty and you get the rocks in your nips, dude?
I've heard of that.
Never
had
forget
them,
I was scared, Jerry. They used to hurt. They were these big lumps in your nips, and they were like rocks.
The mammogram's painful. You go in and it's like these 2 sheets of glass, and you got to put your boob in there. And as a guy, I got no boob, so I'm like squishing what boob I have in this thing, and then the 2 plates of glass pinch down.
Ooh,
And they like hold it and they like do the test and everything.
shoo.
Negative. He kept asking me, "Do you smoke weed?" I was like, "No, I don't smoke weed."
Why would that matter?
Because I guess you can get the lumpy fat deposits from
Oh,
THC, I guess, or something
okay.
like that. I was like, "Dude, I would tell you. I don't care about you knowing if I smoke."
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you sure?" He kept asking me. Like, "No, dude, I don't care about weed." But yeah, I don't know what that was.
Yeah,
It was all clear.
I seem to self-diagnose myself a lot.
It's scary.
That's scary.
And the older you get, now I should be going in every year. I haven't gone in a couple of
See,
years.
I've been thinking like that too.
I'm getting older. When you
I'm
start
getting older, and
when you get older, you definitely need to, especially 40 up,
yeah,
35 up. You should be.
I'm ahead of the game. I got a digital already.
Yeah, that's coming up for me.
The old colonoscopy.
40, I gotta get one. Maybe before 38. Maybe.
What, a colonoscopy?
Yeah, the full checkup, the poop shoot.
Oof.
Because
They put a camera up there, right? Or only if they need to.
that's like the full. Is colonoscopy just the fingers? Yeah, it's just the colon. Is it? And then there's like the full test.
Okay.
I don't know what the other one's called. Yeah.
Where
they put the scope up there and they look around.
Something.
Yeah, they got the camera looking around.
Yeah,
you got to drink the liquid with, like the night before.
Oh, liquid diet.
Poop everything out.
Yep. Oof.
Yep. Getting
Speaking
old,
of poop.
Gotta poop. What are we at? Time here?
We got like 5.
5.
Got
That's
5
about all
on it.
history. I've told my kidney stones before.
Dude, that is my biggest fear is kidney stones.
I get scared every time anything weird's going on with anything. I'm like, oh my God, it's a kidney stone.
How do you get them? Dehydration? What's the deal there? Because I've dehydrated the shit out of myself.
There's a bunch of different ways. Certain, I don't even know, dude. Certain medications, which I swear that's where I got mine. Oh, that was a little... Do you stand up? Or do
I
just turn around?
I put the leg up and brought the mic down.
Oh, okay, that's a good move. Like the classic lighter trick.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, the lighter trick! I knew someone that did that, and
we used to do it. Nothing's
sucked.
funnier
No,
than
it
that.
sucked back
Yeah, he
in,
told-
and it burnt their hairs. Woo!
Gotta leave the boxers
Scary,
on.
yeah.
The flame doesn't go up,
Oof,
only out.
that was scary.
Nothing's funner than a can of hairspray and a lighter too, and just
I think I've told this story.
makeshift flamethrower.
When my brother went to, he studied abroad in Spain. The same time I stole his change thing.
Yeah.
And spent it all in town in like a week. But it was like
Candy
life
and-
savings of change. And it was like $250 or something.
You were rich.
Yeah, I was rich as shit. I was buying all my friends pizza at the pizza store and shit. But he had these really...
He break you off a slice, no worries. Don't worry about it. I'll
got
mention
you,
it.
bro. Don't tell anybody, though.
Tell nobody I never
don't-
gave you nothing.
Don't tell Ollie.
Don't tell nobody I never gave you nothing, and don't tell nobody I gave you anything, all right?
Yeah, he's a friend of ours.
Forget about it.
He's not a friend of mine. He's a friend of ours. That means he's in. But Donnie Brasco. But when my brother was gone, he had these old, really expensive colognes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm talking like $80 colognes, like Dolce & Gabbana.
Mm-hmm.
He was bougie.
I don't know if that would be considered really expensive.
Well,
yeah. For
Armani,
that age and for that,
Dolce & Gabbana, it was like 120.
Yeah.
He had some expensive ones.
I can imagine colognes probably get
up there.
crazy. You know?
Yeah, but they all smell like shit. And so he has all these colognes on his shelf.
They all smell.
And my buddy's showing me that you could like spray Axe on the lighter and it gets huge.
Oh, you did it with the colognes?
Did it with all the cologne. Like one night my buddy slept over. We slept in my brother's room because it was in the basement. And
you're just throwing Dragon
we
Balls.
were throwing Dragon Balls. Not only throwing Dragon Balls, we were filming it on my flip phone.
Yeah.
And my freaking dad finds the videos and he's like, "What the fuck were
In
you
the
doing?"
house.
Yes,
Burn the
like
damn
in
house.
the basement. These big old fireballs. I went through probably 3 bottles of his cologne. Like to
my
they were like pretty
went through
full.
the whole
No,
bottles?
they were pretty full, Jerry, and we went down to like a quarter way full for all.
Was
of
it
them.
like just one spray at a time too? Just
Oh yeah. Yeah,
you
it
were
was
just going hand down.
dude. I was like a kid in a candy store. I never knew you could do this.
Kid
So I
in
was
cologne-
like,
kid in
kid in
cologne
cologne store. And then
Sylvester Cologne.
my brother came home from Spain. He's like, and then my dad broke the news to him, and my brother found out,
Oh,
and my dad was
no.
like, "Yeah, Anthony was wild." I got the shit kicked out of me. I was not a happy
You
camper.
just flamethrowed him. Back up.
I was about to grab that shit and tell him, but yeah, it wasn't good. It was not a good.
To be young.
It was not a good return for my brother.
young.
His change was gone and his cologne was down to nothing.
God.
Woo!
Took him for everything
Thank
you had,
God, thank God I had
dude.
no younger siblings.
Took you
'cause
for
I had-
everything you got.
Oh man, I'm gonna pay for that one day.
That's hilarious. I never really took anything from my brothers. I never took
Really?
their clothes. Yeah.
I always took their clothes. I thought if I wore my brother's clothes, I was automatically good looking and I could get girls.
Yeah, they all were like Echo and like
Oh, see, I wouldn't
white
wear.
dude.
My brothers all
Trying to
wore
be
like
hood.
yeah. My brothers all wore like Quicksilver, Billabong,
Yeah.
Rip Curl, like all the skate stuff and surf.
Girl.
Rip Curl, and just ripped my curl off the microphone. But yeah, I used to steal their clothes. My brother used to sell me his clothes.
Really?
Yeah, I bought a hat from him for $20 one time.
Should have just used his change. And
Oh, that'll do it, baby.
all right.
That's another one. It's a wrap.
Everyone from Zeph. Call. Leave us a great voicemail.
+1 908 349 1480. Leave your name.
Yeah, leave a fun message, shout out, whatever you want. And as always, keep pushing in.
One love. It's a wrap.
Rip. That's a
Yeah,
raptor.
That was a good app. We were singing. Dude, testicular cancer. That's a fucking scare.
I was freaking out.
Dude, I want you to. My hair was wrapped around this. Oh, where's your hand? Around this thing, this circle thing. It got wrapped around, and I had to pull it off. My headphones were falling off my head.
You made the funniest response to Tia right at the end of the. I don't even remember what it was. It was like the way you like responded, like or something really.
Keep pushing. And one love from Four Bad Eyes.